Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome, QFTeam, to the last day of the 90-day run to Aruba, and also 24 hours left in the rank of December. Welcome. We are Steve and Gina Merritt, fired up to be with you today.
Guys, we're so fired up. We just wanted to let you know that we're just so proud of every single one of you. We've been running this rank up through December promotion for the last 30 days. We've got all the way, like Gina said, till tomorrow, January 1st at midnight. And the 90-day run for Aruba, we have got the Quantum Field team jam-packed on the leader board. You can see we're still traveling in our motor coach heading south to be in South Florida soon. But we've been having a fantastic holiday season. We pray all of you had a great Merry Christmas, a great Hanukkah, and now we're heading toward incredible New Year. It's going to be wild in 2023 with what has been going on. So, hey, want to welcome you. If you're brand new, we're going to be going over some great stuff today because we want to get everybody supercharged and prepared for going into the new year. So that's a lot of our talk today because we've got a fantastic training that's going to be going on next weekend, January 7th, a week from today, from where are we going to do it from? 1 o'clock.
1 to 5.
Want to get that right so everybody knows, from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So same start time as we've got, but we're going to have, as you've been watching our 90-day run to Aruba Saturday trainings, they have been incredible. The content from the speakers, the leaders, the trainers has been incredible. And you're going to want to have your notepad ready. You're going to want to get your team on. That's why we're having this pretty much today, is to let everyone know that we want you to be prepared to have as many people as you possibly can. Number one most important thing is become a great promoter. That's the key to winning with our business.
And I would say probably one of the biggest things for the new year coming out, people are setting all kinds of goals. So you actually, if you could realize you have a gold mine, you got to dig and you're going to find gold, and you're going to dig and you're going to find gold. And we're telling you, because every single person is setting goals, whether it's financially, physically, spiritually, weight loss, health-wise, we have got it. I mean, I'm telling you, there isn't one thing that I have heard the patch doesn't fix or help your body heal on its own. So it is just amazing. I mean, come on. Our daughter lost 15 pounds the first 2 weeks. The third week, she lost 7. So what does that tell you? We've got it, guys. You have got it all. And it's so amazing because it's one product, the X39, one product. All you got to talk about is the X39. We are so fired up. So, hey, guys, today we wanted to let you know Onyx sends her love. She is so proud of each one of you. If you watch her video today, she says you got 12 hours left. It was my mistake. It actually ends tomorrow night, but it's okay. She did a great video, and I want you to listen to it because she's still in Spain. But she's so proud of each one of you guys and proud of Steve and I because, you know, we are just out there sharing this patch, keeping it simple. I love what she first told me, ignorance on fire. I don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to be so educated. That's where the Start X39 comes into play. So that is the key. When you're out there talking, people need more information. You got to give them the Start X39. Keep it simple. If you look like you're going crazy, building crazy, working, you know, just you're spinning in all kinds of directions, people are not going to want to be following you. You want to look like that duck that's on the water and it's just smooth as a cat, well, smooth as a duck. And under the water and its feet are going like crazy. And that's
but you're just a cool cat.
I try to be with you guys and building the business because, I mean, our life depends on this. And we are, after we're seeing the testimonies after 6.5 months, I'm telling you what, we have a fire under our rear end, a fire in our belly to go out there and share this product because people are hurting physically. Their health is not good. So we are the messenger. The stories sell.
So again, today is all about getting you prepared for the new year. Most importantly, you want to set a goal as to how many people you're going to have on next Saturday's call and get your people set up and prepared. This is going to be a training. Yes, it's going to be from 1 to 5, but it's going to have everything they need to know to go build a multi-million-dollar business for themselves, which everyone has been praying, not only for their health, but they're praying financially coming into the new year. I mean, you are set up because now those of you that have been with us that have been in the business, Onyx has been in this for 3 years. We've been the guinea pigs for all of you, the new people that are on here tonight. Everyone we speak with understands a little bit about stem cells. They know they need to be healthy, but they don't realize how healthy their stem cells are not and why they need to have this patch on. And people are praying for opportunity. So we already know that that's the case because we've been out there mostly during summertime, time when people aren't as keen to make a decision like they are right now for you. And everyone is crushing it, having incredible success. So that is why we're fired up. And understand, number one most important thing to do from this point till January 7th is get as many people as you can on. You know, from the past Zoom trainings, if you haven't seen them and you're brand new, make sure your upline gives you some of them. You can go to Onyx Coale's YouTube page and you can see all the trainings that we've done from July when we started all the way until now. And you can see how on our game, every one of our trainers and our friends, they're our friends that are decided to promote this incredible technology and opportunity. And you can see how they're on their game. And we're going to bring every single speaker is going to know exactly what to do and how to do it and are making it happen. We don't put somebody on that's thought they might be doing it. They are making it happen. So you're getting exactly what you need. And then you can go run and make it happen. You're going to have a blast. You know, knowledge is power. So when you know what to do, you're going to have so much more confidence.
And it's so much easier as you're talking to people and you're out there prospecting or you're following up or you're patching. When you hear the teaching that we're going to have on Saturday, January 7th from 1 to 5, when you hear that teaching and you are sitting there taking notes, it's going to roll off your tongue. You're going to be like a computer. It's like, you know, someone said to Steve one time, oh, kind of what you do is kind of like you just do the same thing every day. So Steve turned it around and said, yeah, it's kind of like a CPA. Yeah. They do the same thing every day. So once you get this down, it's so going to be so simplified for you because obviously the product is working. The patches are changing lives. People's body are healing on their own.
We're setting you up early in the new year to have all the information that you need so that you just listen to this one training and everything that every person is going to ask you is going to roll off your tongue. Even if they ask you a hard question, you're going to say, hey, that is a great question. You know what? I'm just getting started. I don't have the answer. That's exactly what we said. Yeah. We're going to get a hold of the people that we've got. In the meantime, let me send you.
And just know that it's okay to say, I'm not sure. Yeah. Let me get the answer, because I think that people will look up to you more than if you just kind of wing it. Say, you know what? That is a great question. Let me get back to you.
So I'm giving you the answer to that question is what I'm trying to say, is that when they ask you a tough question, when you know you don't have to answer it, we didn't answer it. You just say, hey, that's a great question. And by the way, people love to hear that they had a good question. Yeah. All of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I like this guy. He told me I have a good question. So make sure you say that and say, you know what? I'm going to send you the startx39.com, which we're going to put up here today. But I want you to realize that keeping it very simple and not trying to know everything. You know one thing, we've got a product, a quarter-size patch that has organic nanocrystals in it called the X39 that helps people reactivate their own stem cells. So you just say, hey, Bob, I just come across this technology that helps reactivate your own stem cells. You know anything about stem cells? Yeah. Let them say a couple things and say, you know what? I didn't know that at 30 years old, half your stem cells are active and at 60, none. Okay. Did you know that? No, they didn't know. Nobody knows that. Now, it's not that you don't have stem cells. They're just not active. That means they're stagnant. And that really just, when you say, here's a key word to be saying in your conversation, technology, okay? Stem cell reactivation. And then tell them about the 30 years old, about half their stem cells being active, and at 60, none of them being active or very little of them being active. And then they're like sitting up to the table and want to hear more. Then all you need to do is tell them how the product works. You put it on your body through phototherapy. Nothing goes into your skin. It activates your copper peptide that reactivates your own stem cells. And stem cells are made up. Your whole body's made up of stem cells. If they don't know, this very simple things. As a matter of fact, we'll have this replay so you can replay it if you're not taking notes. But if you listen to it 3 times, you'll get exactly what we said. I say the same thing. My kids say to me, Dad, you sound like a broken record. Yes, like Gina said, we say the same thing to every person. So once you get it down, you've got it down. Is everybody going to have different kind of reactions or questions? Yeah, they might. But if you keep it very simple and don't act like you're a doctor, you can go a long way. If you try to be a busybody and know everything about everything and then start diving into other patches and all that, that is very confusing for you and your team. If you want to win, you want to keep it as duplicatable as possibly you can. And that's all about, we've got a product that reactivates your stem cells. If that's all you say, they're going to want to hear more about it. Then you're going to send them the website, startx39.com, and they can do their own research. When I send it to them, I do tell them on the text, when I send it, that this has got the 80 case studies, the doctor's reviews, the patents, and the testimonies. So it's got the 80 case studies, it's got the patents, it's got the doctor's reviews and the testimonies on this website. And by the way, if anyone has told you that they heard of X39, that they heard of the Lifewave company, or somebody's been involved, 9 times out of 10, they weren't in during this period where the company went from 20 million to 280 million, which is the next thing that I tell them about. I say, hey, because this product is so unique and we have the patent, it's got a very lucrative business opportunity behind it. The company went from $20 million to $280 million. It was a $20 million company for the last 12 years. It's a 19-year-old company. It's not a startup, which we like. Yeah. And it went from 20 million to 280 million in the last 2 years, just from this stem cell reactivation patch. That's major momentum, and everyone can start capitalizing on it. Our friend Onyx Coale is the one that took the company from 20 million to 280 million. She's your friend now. She's your business partner.
That's right.
So you talk about her like we did. We did the same thing. And then you say, hey, my friend Steve and Gina got involved in the same thing that happened to her. She became the #1 fastest growing distributor of the company, a 19-year-old company. Then they joined her. So together they have the fastest growing team, which is all of us in the entire company. No one else in the entire company has startx39.com. So they don't have their whatever they would have been doing or heard that somebody was doing is most likely nothing near what we're talking about right now. And by the way, I rarely can find someone that has heard about this stem cell reactivation patch. I'm not going to say there's nobody, but I've been making phone calls since July 1st, and we rarely have anyone that has heard about the patch. I'm going to go over a few goals and stuff here, but I do want to tell you that those of you that are brand new, I asked Onyx when we first started, I noticed you haven't made a post on your Facebook for 5 years. Do I need to, because I don't know, I'm not a real social media knowing all the knowledge. I'm like, do I need to be your friend? This is exactly what I asked her for me to see it. She said, no, I haven't made a post for 6 years and I don't have an Instagram. I love that all my friends that might not be savvy on the internet, just like me, I don't know exactly what to do. I can make posts and tell them, but I'm not doing it properly. And for me to like make comments about, oh, I love your baby shoes and all this stuff on there all day long, it's a lot of work. Okay. I would rather just be able to pick up the phone and start calling the people in my phone. And I still have a Rolodex. So some of you that have a Rolodex, some of you young folks don't even know what a Rolodex is, but I picked up the phone, Gina and I together, and we kept saying, what about this one? What about that one? I mean, if you're on here today and you're brand new and someone else called you and we forgot. I mean, we're trying our best to call as many people as we possibly could. But we just told them about what I just said, stem cell technology, reactivates your own stem cells. Did you know that at 30 years old, half your stem cells are active, and at 60, none? You have stem cells are just stagnant. That's why you're slower to recover and more prone to sickness and disease. Did you know that? No, I'm like, well, this is incredible. It's very affordable. It's only $99 a month to reactivate your own stem cells. You can't go to a high-end therapist or see something medically. Acupuncturist, chiropractor for $100 for one visit, let alone $99 for the entire month's supply. I tell them how you wear it for 12 hours on, your stem cells get reactivated, you take it off for 12 hours, you rest and rejuvenate all those stem cells that were reactivated, and all my friends are feeling great. Now, when I first started, it wasn't my friends, it was Onyx and her friends. But now you can come on to all of our opportunity meetings and hear all these testimonies, go on to the Quantum Field X39 team private Facebook testimony page. Go to the Telegram page, and there's hundreds and thousands of testimonies. Now, I don't get too heavy on that. I don't have to be honest with you. If you want to win as fast as what we're talking, I don't get too heavy. I just let them know what it's doing for people on a top level. Let them do the testing of it. If they're going to ask you so many medical tough questions and how it's going to work on this, if they're being a negative Nelly on there about I've got a certain disease or whatever, I'm like, I got to move on. I mean, I ever hear the comment? I learned this from Gina as a flight attendant. She used to always say when we would go fly with her, we flew everywhere, my kids and I, where she was going, and she would say, if there's a emergency and the oxygen mask fall down, put the oxygen mask first on yourself and then go help your family and your kids and everyone else that you can help. But first get yourself safe. Well, same thing here. Let's financially help you first before we start helping these busybodies try to answer every one of their questions. They might be sending you on a wild goose chase to slow you down. If you ever thought of that, I didn't let that happen to me. I know who I'm talking to, and if they got to have so many questions that are going to slow me down, I got to call the next person. So that's just my. And
it's okay. You just give them the Start X39 and they can do their research while you're going on to the next person. So it's not that you're ignoring them or you're, shoving them away. You're guiding them to the Start X39 that Onyx did such a phenomenal job for each one of us. That saves us thousands of hours. It's all together there. The doctors, the testimonies. I mean, it is just amazing. So shift it to that instead of trying to put it on your shoulders to help answer this person. Some people may not ever get their answer. Someone asked me the other day, have you ever had anyone return the product? Okay, I think we have 14,000 in. 14,000 in 6 months. Okay, so we have had one person, I'm totally honest with everyone. We've had one person return it. She was a dentist in Miami. She wore the patch for 2 days. I said, okay, no problem. I just don't know. I worked in a dental office. When you have periodontal disease, you can't brush your teeth and floss for 2 days thinking that the periodontal disease is gone. So sometimes you have to just say, okay, and you shift, go to the next person. But I'm telling you, it's amazing that one person we've had return in that entire time with all those people.
And I will say this much, that I've never experienced so many doctors enrolling in a network in just 150 days. Now, they're not only the people we know, even though we've signed up a lot of great doctors, our friends as well. And we've never had anyone, any doctors this leaning forward every conversation you have, whether many of them don't even want to even be part of it, but they listen, oh my God,
the results,
and they're signing up with all of our friends as well. So when you know that, you've got the cookie, you've got something that's very interesting and very life-changing. Now it's up to the person, and you know how it is in health. Some people want to take care of themselves and some don't. Some are very more analytical. That's why the startx39.com is the best. I've never, ever experienced a team product website like that site. So we're just kind of giving you a quick insight. We lead with the product. Then we always just mention to them that, hey, by the way, because the product is so unique and it's patented and no one else has it, and it took the company from 20 million to 280 million per word of mouth, many, many people are winning successfully because it's a huge business opportunity. Wanted to let you know. So we let them know up front about what's going on. And then that's how we're hitting these goals that we're going to share with you. So just keep it that simple. You've got your own personality, but like Onyx taught us, put a little ignorance on fire. Give a little oomph, let them see in your eyes and in your heart and your voice that, oh my gosh, these guys sound like they're onto something. I'm not saying that everyone that I called, rarely has anyone when I called sign up right then. I have had some, but rarely. It's mostly I tell them about it. And then when they start to kind of ask questions like, hey, how about if I send you this link to the website? And then I email them the order form, and I'll go through everything like that. But I email them the order form with the interview that David Schmidt did with Onyx, Gina, and myself, the personal one, not the one we just did recently. We didn't have it at the time. I just sent them Onyx's story. That's all. And
by the way, this order form, you can download it if you don't have the originals from when we went on our 15-day tour or in the past where you got them from me. It's on the build331.com step 3, and you just scroll down, you'll see it right on their order form. You can download it. It's amazing. We love this because we tell people, hey, we're waiting up for your order form. We're not waiting up when we send the link for them to sign up. We just love this order form. And that's how we've had so many people getting in because we put the urgency on this order form.
I was going to just hold up, but I didn't want anyone's credit card to be shown. But we just pulled into this spot on the way home, and we had to we got the printer on our bus, we got everything, and we're printing and typing everybody in, and people are thanking us, saying, oh my gosh, you just put another diamond underneath my leg, you put this, you put that. So now you take responsibility for your own team. But if you're opening your mouth and you're doing our 331, talk to 3 people every day, follow up with 3 people, and put somebody in front of the opportunity every day, you are going to have the same results. It's a matter of just doing the effort. So not everybody signed up. Right when I called, I would send them that information and say, hey, print it out, take a picture, text it back to me, or email it back to me. I like a text because then I know right away I got it. And then we're going to type you in and make it happen. And the way this program works is everybody gets placed underneath everybody. Nobody knows anyone, but you get paid for all the people that are put underneath you. So I put a little urgency that we're going to have more people getting enrolled. So make sure you get your application into us if you want to have your stem cells reactivated. And I can't find anyone. If you go back to I'll put up some of our points that we were going to share with you today, but the one that we just had up here, I just love this. I mean, look at number 2. Your brain becomes balanced. Who's not going to want their brain balanced? I mean, I love this. You might want to snap a picture of this, and you can, we also print these out right at
Yes, it is on the Build 331 website as well.
So you can have that. And that's a great way to help people understand this is more of a long-term thing, not just like your short elbow pain going away. But I can't get anyone to tell me and look me in the eye that they do not want their stem cells reactivated. They want to leave them stagnant. And by the way, 30 years old doesn't take long. You only got half of them active. So when you're 24,
you've got, I'm 60.
You know, I mean, think about it. The 20-year-old has got more than half of their stem cells active.
But I feel like I'm 30.
So anyways, that's what happens. So your brain balanced and your stem cells activated. Think about those things. Symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression is huge. So that's just some key points that we talk about. Don't try to tell them everything. You saw that I kind of kept it very quickly. I don't go into long detail. When they start to ask a question, I'm going right to the startx39.com. You've been hearing Onyx on her videos as she does her patching. She doesn't even tell them anything except for send them to startx39.com. Right. So you don't have to say nothing. It's just a matter of you doing the effort, you putting in the work. The patch will do the work. That's what Gene and I were praying for. We didn't know what we were praying for. We were praying for a product that did the talking for our friends, and that's what you got your hands on right here. So you've got God's favor and the product doing the talking.
And I'm just so fired up because, I mean, if you think about it, this tiny little patch does everything. Like, you know, people are going into the new year. They're like thinking that, oh, we're going to lose weight. We're going to do this. We're going to get fit. We're going to do that. This patch does everything. So as people are going through the new year, I'm telling you, patch up, baby. You are going to see massive, massive testimonies. The more you patch, the more you're going to see.
So like Gina said, we've got a whole nother day now than we thought. All the way till tomorrow, January 1st, midnight Central Time. So you've got an hour past midnight here on the East Coast for you to get your friend to go manager. People can go manager in 1 hour. I mean, come on. You call your mom, your cousin, your brother, your sister. There's 4 people right there. Call people and get them signed up to have their stem cells reactivated. They got to be on a silver package or above, and you're a manager, and you put $100 extra on top of the comp plan in your pocket. So you've got a whole another day to do that. That could force you to go director, because if you did that with 2 people, you're a director. Think it's simple. You know, you can't eat an elephant all one time. You got to eat it 1 bite at a time, not the, you know, put a whole thing in your mouth. You got to take and slow. That was kind of a bad analogy, but no one's going to eat an elephant. But anyway,
I know what you mean.
But point is that let's get you manager. If you haven't gone manager, the faster you go manager, the faster your friend goes manager. And that's what you're going to see. That's what we've proven. I mean, it was years before somebody had gone to the highest rank of the company. We did it in 23 days. So that's why Renita and Scott did it in 30 days. And Mike and Sai did it in 42 days. This is for you to do it in 19 days, because when one person can do it, that means anyone can do it. And you can make it happen if you decide today that, hey, look, before tomorrow at midnight, I'm going to go manager if I'm not, and I'm going to help somebody else go manager. If you are a manager, help somebody.
We actually just got off the phone with David Alvey and one of his people. I'm not going to say who it is, but I'm telling you, this guy has some major contacts. He can rocket ship to the top of this, the top of the business because of his contacts, and his testimony is insane what he got.
Guys, you know, people that own real estate companies, that own mortgage brokerage firms, that got major credibility in town. Gina and I mean, we weren't crushing it, making major things happen. I love her attitude though. When she interviewed David Schmidt, she said, will you be able to keep up with us? No matter what, even though we were a little down on our luck, we know how to win and we're not afraid to win. But there's people out there that have so much more credibility right now that would be looking and searching and praying that can rip this up, and they're going to find someone's going to lead them to this opportunity. You wait. There's no way you can keep this patch from being a secret very long.
Absolutely.
We never had social media when we helped all those people, 174 personal friends, make $1 million or more, and 507 of their friends. There was no social media. It wasn't even texting. Can you imagine what's about to happen?
And by the way, my God is big because we prayed for 1 year for the right company, the right product, the right ownership. Got to have the right ownership. And number 4, God's favor. And boom, we've got all of it.
Yeah.
It is hands down, but you need to know you got the same God's favor.
We
this
think alike.
product is amazing.
I was going to say the same thing. They got it. So now watch. Once you go manager, you help a friend on the right, a friend on the left go manager. So if you're already a manager, let's go help one person right and left before the end of the day tomorrow, and you're a director. Put everything. Let me ask you something. If your boss said, I'm going to give you 10 grand, just flat out 10 grand, by you putting a manager right, a manager left, would you give
wait a minute. You guys listening?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, we're talking, if your boss said this, you know, you would call, you'd get the phone book. Well, because nowadays they don't have a phone book. You would just go and start everyone you know in social media. Find more. I mean, you would just be making calls. And by the way, that's all Gina and I did was make calls out of our phone.
Absolutely.
And help our friends make calls out of their phone for the.
We haven't even pulled out the Rolex.
For the first 90 days. So, and if they have an email, because I have a lot of people on my computer that I don't have their cell phone, I would ask them for their phone number. I talk to them. I didn't do the hide behind the text type thing.
No.
I only talked to them, told them the story I just told you exactly to a T, and then I sent them the link, and then I wanted to hear my voice.
Yes,
I want to hear the passion that I got. I didn't do it on a Zoom. I did it on a call. And rarely did I have to send a sample out because I called them.
Yeah.
They wanted to hear more about it. If they really pressed me for a sample, then I sent it to them. But if we're gonna make it happen.
You guys are listening, because listen, when we first got signed up with Onyx, we completely resigned from our previous company, and we put our sneakers on.
Yeah.
And we called. So can you imagine walking away from zero and we start from scratch?
Yeah.
Believing we can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we start calling, and then people start calling us, telling us their testimony.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, this
it builds your
so
belief level.
big. But when people hear your voices, just like today, when we were on the phone this morning with David Alvey and his guest on the phone, he said to Steve, your voice, your energy, it's insane.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, when you call somebody and they hear the fire in your voice, because there's not a lot of people on fire, but they will be after wearing this patch and feeling how they're going to feel when their body starts healing on its own.
Guys, and that isn't even my personality. Gina knows that. She's more of a people person. I'm actually more of a, zoned in, I'm going to win competitor. I don't even have that kind of oomph in my voice. But if I know as a competitor that that's what I got to do is just give it a little bit and tell the people what's going on. If you ever heard my friend Mike Hernandez speak or Matt Curtis, you can hear that they got it in their heart that something's going on. If you really let them have that, you are going to see the same results that we're seeing. So make sure, use your own personality, but by all means, let them know that you're onto something big. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
I wanted to tell you one more thing real quick before you change the screen.
Yeah.
So just to go back when we got in, because I think this is really important and valuable for each of you. When Onyx first called us and started sharing about what the product does and what's going on in the company and what all X39 is. So it took probably 3 months before we actually made a decision.
Right.
So if you're talking to somebody that you really believe in, remember, keep feeding them with stuff, keep encouraging them, because it took us 3 months to get going.
Before we made our first call.
Yeah, and that's huge.
Yeah.
But the fire in her voice and her enthusiasm, telling us about the product and just answering every question and being there for us was so amazing that Steve and I are like, she's been in this for 3 years. She is that. I like that song. That girl is on fire.
Guys,
so,
yeah.
Come on. That's amazing.
I mean, it's interesting how she was in real estate when we were talking to her years ago in 2005, and we told her how big this industry was at. We were kind of down on our luck, and Gina, she got it heard out through to Gina, to Onyx, that we were thinking about going and getting into real estate.
Told her.
Okay. And she told Gina, that's not yours and Steve's gift. So now she's coming back to us. So like, we're like saying, hey, we're not sure if we see anything.
Right.
So you might need to do that with your friend. We had to do it with her, and then she had to throw it back at us.
Right.
Way many years later.
It's loving and kindness. And the key thing is be humble enough. Like, we sponsored her before. Now she sponsored us.
Yeah.
We are okay with that.
Right.
Because we are so much alike building the business that who would you rather be connected arms with, linked up with, changing lives than someone you were with in the past that knows how to build and that's not playing games with people's lives.
So be patient, what Gina's saying, with the people that you might have sponsored or you're talking with, that might take them a little bit of an incubation period, we call it, for them to get engaged. Even our last venture, when we built the business, it took us 3 months before we made our first phone call in, again here. So I'm not afraid of that from somebody, because I can only help so many people at a time, and then they start coming in and making it happen. I will say this much. There are going to be a ton of people that are prepared and ready right now, going into tomorrow being January 1st of 2023. They are going to be ready, and they've been praying. So they're already got their incubation period gone. They're ready to run with you. But whoever puts the patch on them or opens their mouth is going to see that kind of result. So we spoke about going manager. If you haven't done that, make sure you got that. And a manager right and left causes you to be a director, the second rank in the company. So get that done. Set a goal. I'm going to get it done. If you're already a manager, then set a goal to be going director. You want to start that right now, even going into 2023. When will I be a director? What's the date? Okay. Gina and I had put a date when we were going to be senior presidential director, July 31st, and we started July 1st. That's the highest rank of the company.
June 31st, we resigned. July 1st, we started. Yeah.
And we also did ask Onyx, has anyone ever hit the highest rank in 30 days? No. Well, no one ever did a flip on their bare feet either. And I came up with that trick. So, I was still even not that confident that we were going to do it. Gina was confident. But the point is, I started making calls and doing exactly what we're teaching you. And we weren't crazy. We started in July 1st. We had 4th of July. We had our baby, a little
we
baby
didn't have
rib.
a baby, but our daughter had a baby.
But Gina delivered it, so I was watching the one boy, my grandson, Russ, that holiday. We had holidays, so we weren't like slamming dunk every single day, but we were staying consistent for those 23 days.
Absolutely.
And now, 150 days later, we're still consistently talking to people on New Year's Eve.
Probably the biggest thing is, if you already have a job and a career, you just have to be productive with your unproductive time. Turn the TV off. Get focused, get up earlier, stay up a little later, make a list. You just got to get yourself organized, because this is so possible for you. It will happen.
Okay, guys. Now, the next in 90 days, you want to become a senior director or sooner. We had set a goal to break 100. We are slamming dunking that goal. You could just look up the Quantum Field X39 team Facebook page. Now, those of you that are brand new, you can go to Build 331 website, and you can go to download. You go to the compensation plan, step number 8, and you can watch my video explaining the comp plan. Then you can also print out exactly these forms that we're sharing with you right here and put your names for everyone to see them. But you can get that done, so you can set the goal and you know exactly what to do. Here they're on the screen.
Yeah, it looks just like this sheet here is the first sheet, the first goal sheet, and you can put your names right on this line. So, if you don't have a sheet like this, use a paper, download it. It's
2
easy.
right, 2 left.
Yeah,
okay? You can do it. All right. Oh, here's what it looks like right here. So this is what it looks like. Go to the Quantum Field X39 team page and join that. Make sure your team is joining that. That's where we give all the updates, every updated video, every updated form, every updated promo, anything that's going on. And that's where we put all the people that have hit new ranks. So as you break a manager, when you go manager, you're going to see so many people going manager. Make sure you tell your sponsor, because you might do it before they know it. And then they can put you on there. And then you start taking responsibility on our page. This is your team Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's all of ours. So we can post the page. As you become a senior director, whatever, then we're going to make you an admin so you can help put people on there. But right now, just put it on there and we'll accept it. So if Gina hit the new rank, hit manager, I'm going to say, hey, give her a good high five to Gina. She just hit manager and she's on her way to director. And then people love that. They love.
I wanted to clarify something really quick because it just hit me. Someone asked us the other day, okay, you and Gina are in now. Is Gina underneath? Do you have a separate spot? Absolutely not. We have one position, one spot, and that's what we build left and right, left and right, left and right. So I just want you to understand that Steve would not sign up separate and then me underneath him, because I would blow him out of the water.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
I'm kidding.
And I knew she was going to say that.
But because we're both totally competitive, we are on the same team. We're both on the winning team. We're married. We're building together.
And by the way,
simple.
We've broken records pretty much anywhere we go. So what I would say is just listen. We would tell you if there was a faster way. We tell you that there is.
Absolutely.
The only way for us to win is for you to win. So we're going to tell you. So team up and run. Make it happen. When we first our last venture, when she was a flight attendant, I was a sales rep. We're meeting people together on separately, though we're not around each other, but we're putting them in together, making it happen. Do the same thing. This is a way you can team up and really multiply your efforts. So Make sure you've joined the Facebook team page. Now, this page here is our page where we give our updates. There is a testimony page. Okay, you can have that as well. This is the most important one, the one that I post on. I rarely post a testimony one because I've never really, other than just tell you that I heard about this testimony on a Wednesday night opportunity meeting. I don't really get deep into the testimonies because I don't want to become a doctor by no means. I just want to tell you how the patch works and then use the Quantum Field X39, the startx39.com team product site to let them do their education. Okay, now for those of you that are brand new, 2020 vision, a 90-day goal to put 20 people to the right, 20 people to the left. That's what you're going to want to do as you go break into the new year. You want to set a goal. I'm going to put 20 personals right and 20 left. Why? Because you don't want to push your goals on your friends. So if you sponsor 2 people, you might have a goal to go senior presidential like we did. Well, we don't want to push that on people. We want to have enough people saying, I'm ready to go. Tell me what to do. I'm hungry. I'm ready. Let's go make it happen. That's why you put 20 right, 20 left. I will say this, that anyone that engages with us right now and has the stamina for 24 months, sad to say, in 2 weeks, some people already got tired. So I hope you're not that kind of person. Have the stamina for the next 24 months. You will cap out the team commission of $25,000 a week. You stick in there and you make it happen because you will put 20 right and 20 left. You want to do that in a 90-day period or as fast as you can because you want to have the people to be able to work with that you're working on. But because the product speaks for itself, it's going to do the talking without you even hardly open up your mouth. You might say to Gina, stem cell reactivation. She might be kind of like saying, well, I'm not sure if I'm interested. There's a person in line with you on the other part of the grocery store. And they heard you and on your way out, This has happened to us. Yep. They say, hey, I overheard your conversation. I didn't mean to be eavesdropping, but is there any way I could get that product? I have a loved one. So have a little bit of a oomph too in your voice when you talk. And
so, hey, like Steve's saying, you put 20 to the left, 20 to the right. If you've already done that, your next goal, put 20 to the left, 20 to the right. Yeah. We are on number 6. Putting 20 to the left and 20 to the right. Yeah. I'd love to know what Onyx's is because she's got so many people and we're so fired up for her. But again, if you put the 20 to the left, 20 to the right, your assignment, do it again.
Now, when you go into your back office, I'm not going to do a back office training today, but you always keep your personals far right and far left. So you'll see that there's a plus sign. And then when you have a team, when people are being put in your business and you put bottom right, you'll see there's a plus sign to the left and to the right of the bottom right. Always click with your personals to the far right. Now, when you're on the left side and you click bottom left, you always stay to the far left. Why is that? Because you always want to help all the personals you put in. They can actually do a third of the work by all the people you're putting in underneath them. I love the binary, but you got to take responsibility and put the people underneath them and make sure that you're going all in a line. Because if you feel sorry for a friend and say, hey, you know what, I'm not sure if my sister could do this, and you put one of your good friends, a go-getter, on the inside of your sister, you just basically kind of ripped your friend off because you told us that your sister's not going to do it. Now they're dangling there as an orphan and nobody's putting anybody underneath them. So always keep them to the far outside and let the people decide if they want to make, if they want to grab the fishing rod.
Right.
We're not giving fish out here.
Right.
We're giving you the rod. If you want to fish, we got the patch right here. Okay. Now, the way to set this up for you for a daily goal is do the 3-3-1. If you stay consistent on the 3-3-1 and on a weekly basis, you personally sponsor 3 people. Now, the reason why we put a monthly goal is because the way this works is not everybody gets in right away that week. Some might, but the people that you talk to 2 weeks later, a lot of times sign up the next, 2 weeks after you talk to them. That's why you can always hit your monthly goal usually, because you've got you're waiting till the end of the month to make it happen. So this is just a good snapshot for you to start setting a goal. And if you're just getting started, just start with one right, one left, and don't get complicated on where to put them. You just put one to the far right, far left, and the next person you put in far right underneath the first person, far left under the second person for the fourth one. Everybody goes right, left, right, left, right, left. Quick strategy, try to keep the go-getters equally. So you don't want all the go-getters.
It's a fun challenge.
Yeah. So if I got Gina and let's just say Matt and Kim on one side, and I got my mom and an aunt on the other side, I'm probably going to need to get a couple go-getters to keep up with them. Now, my aunt could sponsor a go-getter cousin of mine and start blowing the doors off their side. So now I got to get it back over on their side. So your goal is to try to keep them even, but they will never stay even. One leg's always going to go bigger than the other one. But don't worry, once you catch up to the $20,000 a week, you are going to be so fired up on it. Here's the website, startx39.com. This is what you use for almost every question, even if it's an easy question and you could answer it. Don't try to answer everything, because then they think they got to learn all those things before they get started. Keep it simple like we are. We don't try to act like we're a therapist or a doctor. We just
I by no means am.
We don't even know how to spell photobiomodulation. Okay, we just put the patch on. It helps reactivate your own stem cells, and your body starts healing itself. Any ailment, almost anything the doctors have said we can't handle, we're starting getting some kind of results with this product. We're not telling you
Start X39 is what you give brand new contacts, brand new people who want more information. They're just getting started. They're trying the patch. You patch them. That's the site you will give them, startx39.com.
Now, let me help you. We're getting people started so quickly. You might have this same problem. We want to get you there if you're not. But the people a lot of times will start using their link, or they'll send it lifewave.com, and never, ever, ever send the corporate site or their link, because people that are looking to research the product want to know how this stem cell reactivation patch works. They don't want to know about all the free trips that were going on, all the money that can be made, all the other products that are on there. They heard you talked about stem cell reactivation. They want to read about the 80 case studies, the doctor's reviews, the patents, and the testimonies right here. This is incredible. Now, no, they can't sign up for this site, but that's what's genius about it. I think that's why we're having so many doctors enrolled, because they're not seeing anything about networking or money and all that kind of stuff, even though the pills they promote, someone's making money on those.
Yeah. And this is such a safe place that Onyx is genius. She's going to love that I said she's genius. She's going to feel so, her brain's going to go like that, her head. Anyways, the Start X39, when you go on there, it's a safe place. She doesn't take any information. Come on. There's not many sites that do that. If you get them into the actual lifewave.com site, they could possibly sign up with someone, not you.
Yeah.
So you want to be real careful on that.
Yeah, and we love to use the application again, and I'll go through it. But again,
order form right here.
We are pretty much making it happen in record numbers still with the enrollment form. So don't try to fight things that are working really good for us. Now, when you go to your website, many people have been buying these sample envelopes on the road on our tour. They're all at the Quantum Field Build 331 team site. So we don't have it switched over here because you can go to QFTeambiz.com and you will always be able to. But we also have Build 331 to keep it simple.
They are the same exact
Okay.
website.
And on step number 3 under Give, you can see that we've got the envelopes that are from Vistaprint. Now you do have to create an account at Vistaprint in order to order the envelopes, but it's very simple. I did it. I just filled it out. Now you can get them with your name on the back and your link, as well as your phone number, or you can get them blank. I like to get more blank than with my name on them because I want to get my friends started properly. That's why we took so many with us on our tour. But now you need to learn how to do this yourself. If you're going to be a leader 2023, get yourself a stack of these envelopes. You don't have to be ridiculous.
No.
I mean, we started with 100, then we saw, oh my gosh, everybody wants them. And we put them in packs of 10 and charge them $5, just like we get charged when we print them. So you might want to do that too.
Yeah.
If they're brand new, I don't charge them right away, but as they want to make it happen, I have it available. And then we ordered 500, then 1,000. Now we order 2,000 at a time. So you'll see that how important they are in order for sharing, with sharing for people. But you break them down. I actually am getting more and more like to have 3 patches in the envelope.
Yeah,
To keep
absolutely.
it so that we don't have to wait so long for them to sign up. So keep it simple. Now you could put up to 6. I would never put more than 6 in the envelope.
Yeah.
But you just take them from the sleeve to put them in the envelope. We talked a little about, here's our 9 steps for success, QFTeambiz.com, which is now Build 331. Go on there, start educating yourself. You know, New Year's Eve tonight, you're not going to be able to probably prospect quite as much. So just start getting yourself up to
this is a
speed.
great time if you're
New Year's morning, you know, then you start.
And just start going through learning step by step.
Tells you how to contact, tells you what to say, tells you everything.
Yeah.
Listen to our replay when it comes out a couple times and you'll be up to speed. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the enrollment form, and it can go along with the link. I even send them this if I think they're going to have to use the link. I use this because I want them to know. I rarely talk about the top part. I don't talk about the bronze. I say, hey, you can get in anywhere between silver and gold and diamond. Now, I tell them that it's a $99 is a 30-day supply. It's called a sleeve. So I explain what a sleeve is so they know. So when they see sleeves, they don't even know what it is. If you just send them a link, that's the problem with sending a link. Nobody knows what it is. This is a 30-day supply, 30 patches. You wear one, 12 hours on, 12 hours off for 30 days. So you got your month's supply. So you just come in, how many sleeves do you want? Everyone needs to give this at least a 90-day try. So you want to at least come in as a silver, and you probably got a spouse in your house or a loved one. You want to make sure that they are on the patches. So at least a silver. You don't get paid until you're a gold. So most people come in as a gold. This is what I'm telling you as a prospect. If I'm on the phone, Gina hears it. I hear it from her. We will say the same thing. I do say that, hey, look, if you can't come in as a gold, you can always upgrade. So you could come in as a silver, and then you can upgrade, pay the $200 2 weeks later, and now you're gold. I love that. I tell everyone I love that. They're letting anyone get started. You can't make payments when you buy a franchise. You can't make payments to your diamond level. You can't do that. So here, you're gold. Now that's the most somebody would have to spend in order to build and make all the money in the comp plan, which that takes a little relief off them. I mean, $499, you can't start a lawn maintenance business. If they're praying for an opportunity, you ain't going to get any cheaper than $499. You got 5 sleeves. Now, if you want to keep your points of all the people that we're putting underneath you and your friends are getting put underneath you, they're going to get underneath you. They're going to put people. What I love about this business, by the way, is you got no control how big it gets. Because if you put a Steve and Gina underneath you that want to rocket this thing, whether you like it or not, you're sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah. And like when we got in, Onyx told her girls, oh boy, watch out. There's 2 of them. They're like your mom, but there's 2 of them.
Why? Because your friends have dreams that you can't control. If they got a big dream and they want to bless a bunch of people with their health and their family and leave a legacy, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
So put yourself on auto ship. 1 sleeve auto ship will give you up to $100 max in the comp plan. Just like a silver is the most you can make is $100 per week in the comp plan. 2 sleeves and gold allows you to make unlimited amounts of money, all the money you want. Interesting thing is when we started, we were making no money. Now, after we're making all the money that we're making now, we still have the same overhead. 2 sleeves. You can't do that in normal business. The bigger your business gets,
Yeah.
the more overhead you have. So think
That's a
big
fact.
right at the beginning
Yeah.
and tell your people right off the bat how to get started. Why is there a diamond, Steve? The diamond pack is so that when you're serious, you've got a 90-day run and so you're going to get paid as a senior director for 90 days. A senior director gets paid every time someone signs up on a diamond, $500. When you're not a diamond, you get $200 when you're not a senior director. But because you sign up as a diamond, you get $500. So everyone's going to ask you how you came in, especially after the new year. It doesn't matter if you upgrade today, too. That you still count as a diamond if you upgrade right now. So you would say, I'm a diamond. Okay, well, then I want to be a diamond. And you get paid $500 every time somebody signs up as a diamond. 3 people, you've paid for your package, basically. You get 2 months after the first month paid for auto ship. It's $84 a sleeve, and you're going to be your own mini warehouse. Not only are you going to have plenty of samples to hand out for new people, when people enroll, I can hand them like I did Mike, Renita, all the different people in our business. We gave them 5 or 6 sleeves because we had plenty. When they get theirs, they gave them back to us. So we do the same thing for our friends when we get them in. We loan them sleeves so that you're like your own mini warehouse. So before they even get their package that they signed up in, they've already got people sponsored and they're already on the patch. That's why you want to become a diamond. It's when you're ready to get serious about the business and upgrade. Many of you that are on here today are serious. You might consider getting that done. And I will say this much. We put this on here today. Tell them a little bit about the maintenance package.
Yeah, so the maintenance package, that's what Onyx said she did. So I went on and I'm researching it. It's the best package to do for long term. You get 6 months of auto ship. You get the product down to, it's $84, but it was actually
rounded off as $84, but actually $83.27. Yeah.
So to be exact, but that's amazing. So you're getting the product on your monthly auto ship, that discount price that you got your diamond package.
So this is what you're going to do is, if say you've upgraded already to diamond and you can't get another diamond package, then you can go and buy this maintenance package because we're setting you up. Remember, if we didn't have the envelopes, we wouldn't have been ready to go to hit the highest rank in 23 days. I'm encouraging you to go for it. You don't know till you pick up the phone what people are going to say. And don't even think what they said during the holidays or just before is the same as what they're going to say after the new year. Second of all, get yourself plenty of product. You get all the 9 sleeves up front, and then your auto ship is paid for the next 6 months. What Gina was saying is really interesting is that if you do it now for the month of January, you know that you've got 6 months of the year to order again to get yourself on the maintenance pack again, and all your auto ship is covered. And this is going to cover you for the full portion of the compensation plan. So this is a way for you to get more sleeves and be prepared so you can rock and roll. That's why we're telling you before January 1st, so you can be rocking and making this happen.
Absolutely.
Okay. Again, come a little more of the welcome.
So, hey, make sure that, you're getting connected. We don't know how to connect with you that are on here. So you connect with us. Probably the most important one is the Facebook. And you can just take your phone right now and click that icon for the Facebook to go ahead and get, how do you say that?
It'll automatically take you to the Facebook page.
Sure, yeah.
And then you can ask to become a member, then we'll admit you.
That's it. Yeah.
And now you're in. All replays are at Onyx Coale Network Marketing YouTube page. So when you click on her YouTube page and then you go to videos or lives, you will see all the replays. So you won't have to ask for replays anymore. You'll know exactly where they are, and then you can send them out to your team as you get them. Remember, you're on here today because you want to duplicate what we're doing and what your leaders are doing so that you can be your own leader and help everyone on your team, because there's only so many people we can all help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are all the different, and then we already went through the training site, but there's the Telegram the Telegram testimony site and a Facebook testimony site. Just go to Quantum Field X39 team. Make sure you put the whole thing, Quantum Field X39 team testimonies for all of those, because there are people that put some ones up there. There's nothing we can do about it. It's the internet. So make sure that you get connected in the right page. Every Wednesday night, we have an opportunity meeting. I will say that if you set a goal starting right now that I'm going to have this many people on next Wednesday's opportunity meeting this coming week,
January 4th,
you will start seeing that the more people you have on, the more excitement you're going to have and growth in your business. And then every week, if I'm going to have 2 this week, I'm going to have 4 next week, I'm going to have 8 next week. You start setting a goal, a digital goal, because you're not there in person, but nothing easier. You can have them plug in from all over the world. I mean, we've started from the very beginning with people from all over the world.
If you have 4 on this Wednesday, you'll guarantee that on the next week's Zoom, you'll guarantee have double because it's going to just quadruple.
I mean, a couple weeks ago we had 300. Now we have 500. Last week, the day between 3 days after Christmas, we had just under 500 people, and people were saying, "Oh my gosh, there's almost 500 people in there." How many of them were yours? And I'm not trying to be tough on you. I want you to win. I'm a coach. I want you to win. You want to make sure you've got a ton of people on there, because when they see that number, 500, 600, 700, 1,000. You wait, what's going to happen? Now, I encourage you to do your own Zooms, get to learn Zoom, and do one on your own on another day of the week. But don't do it on Wednesday or Thursday or Saturday at 1 o'clock. You got all the rest of the week to do a different Zoom. And I encourage you to do a personal meeting. If you're willing to do it, get our presentation that we're going to have on the Build 331 website, download it, and you can do a home presentation. Keep it simple, just like we've been doing these bigger tour meetings. We did one at our house. After about 60 days in the business, we had one at our house, and it was incredible. So we did another one. So I encourage you to, some people want to do it all online, and some people like to be in person. So if you're the kind of person that like to look people in the eye, have a couple in-home meetings for yourself. You only need to do about 3 or 4. We only done like 2 or 3 at our house.
Yeah.
And then you go to your friend's house.
And there's no excuse to not show the plan, because you can always grab the link off the Quantum Field Facebook page. That is the last week's recording, and send it to the person, and they can watch that.
Right.
I know Alan Shirihuva, they play everything on their phone and watch it with the people.
Right.
It's just incredible what they do.
A one-on-one Zoom. It doesn't matter. Okay. Every Thursday we have Spanish. We had almost 50 people right after Christmas on the last Zoom. It's going to get wild. We need more leaders in Spanish to be on. We're all going to take turns doing the meetings, but it's incredible. Mike and Sahi are literally ripping it up.
Yes.
You put their people on there with them. You can be building a Spanish meeting, because like Gina said, this is a fair playing field. Everyone can be comfortable by putting them on there. January 7th, take a picture of this, start promoting it. We're promoting it. It's going to be all the Quantum Field X39 team leaders are going to be with topics, training you exactly what they're doing to win. Only people that are winning. And Onyx is going to obviously be on, Gina and myself. Yes. It is going to be very, very strong led with content on how to win and succeed with the X39 team, and how to put your people. Because we've had so much success already with everybody winning, we know exactly what to do and how to say it to help everybody.
And so that event is going to be Saturday the 7th, January 7th, from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So whatever your time zone is, calculate it. But listen, you want to have a pen and a paper. You want to have some bottled water, wear a diaper.
All your snacks.
Have snacks, because we're not taking breaks.
No.
We're going to go straight through. We are so fired up to help you win in 2023. We're so serious about it. We are so 100% confident you will win in 2023. But first of all, you got to be on. You got to have your team on. You got to be participating. You got to be teachable, learning, get your head in the zone, get the kids with a babysitter. You work that day, call in sick. That's why you got sick days. And I'm telling you, you are going to rocket ship your business in 2023. There will be nothing left out on that Saturday that when you walk away, you will be like, whoa. And it's going to be free, FREE. Woo!
Come on, we're all about helping our team. That's what we prayed for. We don't want anyone left behind. Now, the strategy for you is, how many people can you speak with? How many people have you spoken with over the holiday? Whether they're in or not, it doesn't matter. How many people can you get onto the Saturday training so that they're got their head in the game and they know exactly what to do, so you don't have to train them for every single thing? The more people you have on, they're all being trained, and you don't have to do all the training, because their aha moment is going to come next Saturday starting at 1 o'clock. But the goal is for you to pack the house with your friends.
That's right. And Onyx Coale, Steve and Gina Merritt are 100% confident. You plug in on the 7th, it will rocket ship your business to a whole new destiny. You're not going to believe what's going to happen. It's exciting.
So guys, it's been fantastic. We pray that this is setting you up for success in the next week leading up to January 7th. We didn't want to wait. We figured we're going to get on here and just let you know what we've been doing, what we've done in the last 150 days, what our friends are doing, and where to get all the information, where to get your sample envelopes, what kind of way you should be getting your products. You have plenty of X39 patches, and everyone that plugs into our Wednesday and Saturday events that really focus and have their team on there and prospects are going to see the success that Gina and I are talking about. So Gina's going to wrap it up with some Aruba music.
You know what? Today was the last day, or it is the last day at midnight for the Aruba trip, and also for the Rank Up December. It's so exciting. You've got till tomorrow night at midnight for the Rank Up December. Do you know, like, when you get prepared and you go on vacation?
Yeah, this is good.
I'm telling you, what do you do in the last 24 hours?
More than you could do in the last month.
More stuff gets done in the last 24 hours when you know you're going on a vacation.
Have that attitude.
Pretend you're going on a vacation, because I'm telling you, this is a gold mine. This is money on the table. People are saying, hey, we're hurting financially. We're going through this. We're going through that. Here you go, baby. Extra money in your pocket. Yep. Let's go.
You can do it.
We want to just congratulate each one of you who are on the leaderboard. Obviously, we don't know who's going, because the top 100 people will go. Congratulations to each of you. And we're going to end with this. We want you to know we believe in you. Onyx believes in you. She's so proud of each one of you. And you know what? We are just so blessed and honored to be a part of your life, your family, taking your family to a different destiny, health-wise, financial-wise, and spiritually wise. So God is so good. You've got favor all over your business, all over your organization, your team, your future business partners. So, hey, make it happen. How do you start a list? How do you start calling people? Start with A in your phone. Don't make it difficult. Start with A. I'm telling you, when I scroll through
don't prejudge anyone. Don't
prejudge anyone. Thank goodness Onyx was patient for 3 months with us, just loving on us, educating us, feeding us more information, being patient. And I'm sure she was praying that we would see what she sees, because she loves us so much that she wants our family to have this amazing product, health-wise and financial-wise. So, hey, guys.
Have a fantastic new year. And let's make 2023 your best year ever. We'll see you on the other side. 2023, it's going to be exciting.
God bless you guys.